Imagine being born into chains, yet daring to dream of freedom so fiercely that you break those chains, not just for yourself but for hundreds of others. What if I told you that one woman defied the impossible and changed history forever? Harriet Tubman. A name that echoes through time, a symbol of relentless courage, unwavering faith, and the unstoppable power of a dream. She was born into slavery, but she refused to let her circumstances define her future. Instead, she turned her dream of freedom into a mission that altered the course of history. This is the story of a woman who risked it all, not once, not twice, but over a dozen times, leading enslaved people to freedom through the Underground Railroad. A woman who became known as Moses, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. But her journey was far from easy. Born Araminta Ross around 1822 in Maryland, Harriet Tubman knew hardship from the very beginning. She endured backbreaking labor, cruel punishments, and the constant fear of being sold away from her family. But within her burned a fire, a dream of something greater. She once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." And her dream? Freedom. Not just for herself, but for all those still shackled in slavery. In 1849, Harriet made the daring decision to escape, alone. Under the cover of night, she navigated through swamps, forests, and the unknown dangers that lay ahead. Guided by the North Star, she made her way to Pennsylvania, a free state. But freedom alone was not enough. She couldn't rest while others remained in bondage. So she went back, again and again, leading at least 70 people to freedom over the course of her life. But how did she do it? And why was she never caught? Harriet Tubman used intelligence, strategy, and an unshakable faith. She disguised herself, used secret signals, and relied on a network of abolitionists and safe houses. She was fearless. She carried a pistol, not to protect herself, but to ensure no one turned back. "You'll be free or die," she told them. And no one ever did. Her heroism didn't end there. During the Civil War, she became the first woman to lead an armed expedition in U.S. history. She guided Union troops in the Combahee River Raid, liberating over 700 enslaved people in one night. She wasn't just a dreamer, she was a warrior, a strategist, and a leader. So why does Harriet Tubman's story still matter today? Because she teaches us that one person armed with conviction and courage can change the world. She reminds us that no matter the odds, no matter the obstacles, if you have a dream and the will to fight for it, nothing is impossible. Harriet Tubman never stopped dreaming. Even in her later years, she fought for women's rights, for justice, for equality. And today her legacy lives on, reminding us all that every great dream begins with a dreamer. So what's your dream? And more importantly, what are you willing to do to make it a reality? If Harriet Tubman could defy the impossible, imagine what you can do. Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." These words capture the essence of her extraordinary life and unwavering dedication to the cause of freedom. Born into slavery, Tubman not only dreamed of a life beyond bondage, but took daring action to make that dream a reality, not just for herself, but for hundreds of others. Her courage, determination, and unwavering faith made her one of the most remarkable figures in American history. She was not merely a dreamer, she was a visionary, a leader, and a beacon of hope in an era of darkness. Harriet Tubman was born Araminta Ross in the early 1820s in Dorchester County, Maryland. From an early age, she was subjected to the brutal conditions of slavery, witnessing and experiencing firsthand the cruelty and inhumanity of the system. Despite these hardships, Tubman held on to hope, inspired by stories of deliverance and the whispers of resistance among her people. She understood that dreaming was not enough. Action was necessary to bring those dreams to life. As a child, Tubman endured severe beatings and injuries, including a traumatic head injury that caused lifelong seizures and visions. These visions, which she attributed to divine intervention, fueled her belief that she was destined to lead her people to freedom. Faith and perseverance became her guiding forces, and she never wavered in her conviction that a better life was possible. In 1849, Tubman took a bold step that would change her life forever. She escaped from slavery. With the help of the Underground Railroad, a secret network of abolitionists and safe houses, she traveled nearly 100 miles to Philadelphia, where she found freedom. But her dream did not end with her own liberation. Rather than basking in her newfound safety, she made it her mission to return and rescue others who remained enslaved. Time and time again, Tubman risked her life, venturing back into slave-holding states to lead people to freedom. She became one of the most famous conductors of the Underground Railroad, personally guiding over 70 enslaved individuals to safety and providing instructions that helped many more escape. She was fearless in the face of danger, evading slave catchers and bounty hunters who placed a large reward on her capture. Despite the risks, she never lost a single passenger on the journey to freedom, a leader in the fight for justice. Tubman's heroism did not stop with the Underground Railroad. During the Civil War, she served as a nurse, cook, scout, and spy for the Union Army. She used her knowledge of the South's geography and her experience navigating dangerous territories to provide intelligence that was crucial to Union victories. In 1863, she led a raid on the Combahee River in South Carolina, liberating more than 700 enslaved people, one of the most daring operations of the war led by an African-American woman. Even after slavery was abolished, Tubman remained dedicated to the cause of justice. She fought for women's suffrage, advocating for equal rights alongside leaders like Susan B. Anthony. Though she could neither read nor write, her wisdom and passion made her a powerful speaker and activist. She spent the later years of her life establishing a home for the elderly and impoverished, ensuring that those in need were cared for with dignity. Harriet Tubman's life is a testament to the power of dreams and determination. She did not allow her circumstances to define her. Instead, she defied the odds, proving that one person's courage and resilience can change the course of history. She did not possess wealth, formal education, or political power, but she had something even more formidable, an unyielding belief in freedom and justice. Her legacy continues to inspire generations. Her story is taught in classrooms, honored in books and films, and commemorated in monuments. In 2016, it was announced that her image would appear on the U.S. $20 bill, a recognition of her enduring impact on American history. Though she passed away in 1913, her spirit lives on in every individual who dares to dream of a better world and works to make that dream a reality. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Harriet Tubman was that dreamer, and her legacy proves that dreams, when fueled by action and determination, can transform the world. She taught us that true greatness is not measured by personal success, but by the lives we uplift along the way. Her courage reminds us that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to break chains, both literal and metaphorical, and forge a path toward justice and freedom. Her life was a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for all who seek to turn their dreams into reality. May we honor her memory by continuing to dream boldly and act bravely just as she did.